All right, Shalom. All glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash. Salakia. Let me start that over. I thought the video stopped recording. But again, all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right. Barakatham for their diligence, guiding the elect of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, back to the love of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. All right. Peace, love, salutations, honors, and blessings to the Yakim, the 144,000 elect that do remain diligent and keep their integrity to the very end for Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right. This is Yakawal making a video. I want to go into this video that I've seen today, posted earlier from the brothers in Dallas. Been a lot of talk on YouTube, man, and in the past few months of some strange events occurring, strange wonders and signs in the heavens, even throughout the clouds, chariots popping up, mass amounts of chariots being seen. I got to actually witness that, man. I did post a video. It did not show, but, I did get to witness a fleet of dozens of chariots, so I can attest to that, man, to those brothers' testimonies and the videos that have been shown. A lot of strange things happening, man. And, but there's been a lot of commotion, all right? Esau been seeing and hearing things, man. And as you see on this video, all right, it says breaking breaking news. Mysterious radio signal detected coming from inside our galaxy for the first ever time. And I'm gonna say this, man. Yahweh Shai, man, possesses all knowledge and wisdom and understanding. All right, he gets that from his father. And we also know that Yahweh Shai is literally the personification of the word. All right, which the Yahweh's word is all wisdom and all knowledge. So Yahweh Shai possesses the same knowledge that Yahweh has. And Yahweh gave it to his son Yahweh Shai, which is why Yahweh Shai is worthy of all glory as well. And again, man, they possess all knowledge, man. So they can appear and disappear at their own will. All right, they can choose to come up on the radars of Esau whenever they choose. All right, you had that event or that occurrence a few months back as well. There was a chariot, I think, over there in Iraq that was messing with the military. It was flying back and forth, and the military tried to react and try to fire at the chariot, couldn't even hit them. Yahweh Shai, man, plays along with the heathen and the wicked, man. He plays with them, all right? Like a lion and a mouse, man. Like, the mouse ain't no threat. The mouse is Esau, by the way. The mouse of the other nations. And the lion is Yahweh Shai, all right? The scriptures actually describe Yahweh Shai as that lion. You got 2nd Esdras, the 11th chapter. You got Jeremiah, man, how the lion has come out of his thicket to devour the Gentiles, which are these other nations, these heathen and Esau. All right. And, that lion countenance that's coming back, all right, is going to come back in a huge ass chariot. And so that's why I wanted to talk about it. The brother titled the video, Yahweh Shai will be coming back on a massive ship. You'll see. And months back, man, there was a report on NASA of an unidentified flying vehicle headed towards the Earth. And they were talking about how this vehicle, this UFO, was said to be 3 times bigger than the Earth. Okay? That's a vehicle that's 3 times bigger than the Earth. And I'm going to just say this, man. Yahweh Shai can make his vehicle as big as he wants it to be. He can make it 6 times bigger, 7 times bigger. But I thought it was funny, man. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. Like, Jake today on the planet Earth, man, we love to be flashy. We love to bling. We learned that fashion and that type of style, man, from the one who created us, which is Yahweh Shai. So we know that Yahweh Shai is that ultimate Jake. All right. So you don't think Yahweh Shai wants to come in style? So what better way to come but to come into a vehicle that outdoes everything that you've ever seen. So I got a couple of scriptures, man, where I want to go into, and I want to start off with a little basic one, with a basic description, because you also have Ezekiel, the first chapter, but this one talked about an actual size. Zechariah and the other prophets, man. When they described to the best of their knowledge at the time of words that they could use to the best of their knowledge of what they were seeing. You have in the scriptures, man, the prophets, the great honorable men before us, man. When they would describe certain things, they couldn't really describe it to exactly what it was, man. Like today, man, modern day missiles. All right, a missile. All right, was described as a glittering sword and spear in the scriptures. Swords in men's hands. Today, a sword, or what is a sword used for? To thrust and to thresh, to slay. And Esdras has said that there were swords in men's hands at the end of the times, which we're in the end of the times, but you don't see people having just swords in their hands. What's another sword? A gun, what you would call a gun today. So when the prophets would describe certain things, man, also it was done for a specific reason, to hide the truth, to hide certain knowledge from the wicked, to hide knowledge from the wicked, which is comprised of Esau, the so-called white man, these other nations, and the 2/3. Because if it would have just said, like my favorite scripture to talk about is in Matthew, the 3rd chapter, all right, which I'll go ahead and get that real quick. Because you had an instance, I guess I'll say it like that, type it like that. You had an account when a chariot came down to Yahushua, or came above Yahushua, and lit upon him to glorify him real quick. And, it didn't say exactly what it was, but we know what it was. And, I just want to get it because this truth, man, is a mystery. And it's not given to everybody, man, to let you know, because Yahushua also did thank Yahweh for not revealing certain things to the world. At least they would find out. And that's exactly what's done in the scriptures, man. When Zechariah described the chariots, man, he called them a mountain, which I'll go back to that. But people today, they have so many confrontations and debates about, well, what was that mountain? Why did he call it a mountain? A mountain of brass? Could it maybe have just been a symbolic representation of, it was strong in material of the car that was driving? No, man. The elect have obtained the truth, man. We know it was a chariot. But, there's other times, like in this book of Matthew, where there were chariots that popped up, but it doesn't clearly say, and a chariot, a vehicle of the Most High, Yahweh, appeared, But it says in Matthew 3 and 15, it says, and Yahushua answered and said unto him, suffer it be so now, for thus it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness. And then he suffered them. And Yahushua, when he was baptized, went up straight away out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of the Most High descending like a dove and lighting upon him. We also know there are other scriptures that speak this, man. It says, what are these that descend like a dove? Because there's a question, what are these what are these I don't know what to say, but what are these that descend like a dove? What are these? What am I seeing, basically? What am I seeing? What am I seeing that's coming down from the clouds or coming down from the heavens in these shapes as they please, or as a wheel within a wheel, like Ezekiel said, because a chariot, man, can actually come in any form. It could be small, it could be big. All right. It can cloak itself, basically. And that's basically what happened here too, man. John and Yahushua, man, they saw this. All right. It said that Yahushua, when he was baptized, went up straight away out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of the Most High descending like a dove and lighting upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." So there was something up in the sky, man, that came down and that lit upon Yahushua, man. All right. And took him up, or took him away. It said, and a voice from heaven saying, "This is my beloved Son," or Salaki didn't take him away. "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." So where did this voice come from? All right. It was a chariot. It was a vehicle. The Most High himself was in that vehicle and identified who this man was. It was Yahushua, the beloved Son, the Son of God, the Son of Yahweh. Okay. But the point was that it was a chariot. Okay. A chariot was seen. All right. And then you got other instances like Zechariah, the 6th chapter. "And I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots." That would actually call them chariots right here. "There came 4 chariots from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass." And it never changed. These were still chariots whenever it called them 2 mountains, because it said that the mountains were mountains of brass. What mountain in this world today, man, is made out of entirely of brass? What, Mount Rushmore? No. It was still 2 chariots in the similitude of mountains. But they're also, it could, I mean, I don't want to cause confusion, but like I said, chariots can come and be seen as however they want to be seen. It can be in the shape of a mountain. All right. Like, there was another video posted today of a chariot being seen in Denmark. All right. And it looked like a boulder. And it was like a silverish boulder / rock with an electromagnetic pulse coming around it. All right. And that's actually initially what led me to this video, where this brother titled the video, "Yahushua will be coming back on a massive ship." Now, this was also an account of 2 massive chariots. Zechariah described them as 2 mountains because they were excessively huge. A mountain, man, they're paramount in size. They're huge rock structures on the earth, man, that are huge mountains, man. Even today, man, you can actually drive up to a mountain, or you can come from a distance, and that mountain still looks huge. Even as you approach it, it just looks huge. The size of a mountain is big, man. You don't actually you don't call a mountain today, or you don't call a landform a mountain unless it's actually decreed as a mountain because of the size of that it is. You don't call the valley a valley a hill. You don't call a hill a mountain. All right, it's called a hill. It's not big enough to be a mountain. But Zechariah, man, saw 2 mountains of brass, which were still 2 chariots. They were just so huge. Okay. And going to Yahushua, man, and how huge his ship is, man, there was an account. I don't know if I said this. I tried to make this video a minute ago, but it messed up. So I don't know if I've said it yet on this video. But there was an account on NASA, all right, and certain brothers, and even the Apostle Tahar, man, he brought it out. There was a chariot, which NASA wanted to call it an unidentified flying object, that had been nearing the earth, that was 3 times bigger than the earth. And we already know that the size of Yahushua's ship and Yahweh's ship, man, they're huge. And I'm going to say this, the reason why they're huge is that's their vehicle. All right. Now, I had pulled up other scriptures because I wanted to tell you that even though Yahushua's ship is 3 times bigger, or however much bigger it is than the earth, even though it's huge and unmeasurable, all right, it could be that huge because we look at the size of the heaven, which is the Most High's throne. And it says in Proverbs 25:3, it says, "The heaven for height and the earth for depth, and the heart of the kings is unsearchable." Because the reason why I brought this one out, and I'm going to read this one too, is because there's no end to there's no end to the creation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? And pursuant to Yahweh and Yahushai's minds, all right, we already know that there's infinite. So they've created the universe to be an infinite size. So a chariot that's 3 times size is bigger than the earth, man. That's still small to the creation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But we know Yahweh and Yahushai, man, they're glorified, man. They're glorious. So they're going to come in a glorious way. But Psalms 102:19 says, "For he have looked down from the height of his sanctuary, from heaven did the Lord behold the earth." So, you think Yahweh and Yahushai, man, just look in this pea-sized vehicle? No, man. You think they got a Honda or a Honda Accord-sized vehicle, and they're going to come with their multitude? And no, man. There's always been in wars, man. There's always been a key vehicle or a key craft or chariot or they call them chariots back then because like with a horse, or when you'd come and attack from the ocean, there was always that mothership. And that's exactly what Yahweh and Yahushai are coming with. Motherships. All right. So again, Yahushai will be coming back on a massive ship, and you will see it. So I got a couple more scriptures to just talk about the glory of the heavens themselves, because the size of the heavens, man. All right. Heaven is my throne. All right. We just know that what Yahushua is coming to, man, it's necessary. It's there's nothing wrong with the way that he's coming, man. Like, again, and even at that, Yahushua's ship still doesn't encompass the whole heaven, but they've created the heavens. They created all these things. Isaiah 66:1, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool." Man, a footstool doesn't take up the whole house of wherever you dwell. If you look at a footstool, man, it's a place to put your feet. So the Lord is saying that the heaven is my throne. That's my chair. This is my chair. This is my house. And the earth is my footstool, meaning it's tiny. Where is the house that you built unto me, and where is the place of my rest? Yahweh and Yahushua have their places of rest, and they have their amenities. I'll call it like that, because Esau calls them amenities. The luxurious connections that you have to your life. Your car. Today we got cars, internet, your cell phone. These are all devices that we have that we're connected to. So Yahweh and Yahushua, they have their amenities, man. They've got the things that they're connected to. They got their houses, their which is the heavens. They got their cars, which is these chariots, and their chariots just happen to be huge as hell, and that's rightly so. And I had this pulled up, Sirach, the 43rd chapter, because this entire chapter, all right, describes the glory and all that they've created, man. Going back to the sun, the planets, the galaxies. Yahweh created all that, man. Yahushua, the elect, the angels, they created all that. Okay? And you look at the size of the sun, it's bigger than the earth. All right? But yet, the creators themselves created that. The sun is nothing but a ball of fire, millions of degrees hot. Yet, it don't phase Yahweh and Yahushai. It don't burn them. You had that account with Nebuchadnezzar when he threw Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego into the furnace of fire, and it even made it to be known that it was heated up 7 times hotter than it usually was. But he threw them in there, and they didn't burn alive. And it was said that Nebuchadnezzar had seen a fourth likened unto the Son of Man, the Son of the Most High. Actually, he said the Son of Yahweh, and it was Yahushua with those three men Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and it said that not even a hair was burned on them. Fire heated up 7 times harder than usual, still did nothing to Yahweh Shai. He walked in it like it was, maybe a cool breeze on a nice sunny day. you know. But the glory and all the glory and array of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, they have every right to come in the glory that they're going to come in, man. They're going to be feared upon. And that's why I had this, because this also, this also talks about the length of Yahweh Shai's ship, but it also talks about the fear that is upon Yahweh Shai when he is seen in that day. But this is 2nd Esdras chapter 13 and 1. It says, "And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him." Now, the world is not going to actually be able to see Yahweh Shai when he's in the mothership. But you don't think that the whole world is going to tremble when they see that huge ass motherfucking ship? Because for the longest time, man, Esau's been making movies about alien invasions, motherships coming in, and docking on the planet to send out the host that comes out from them, all the ships that are flying out from the mothership. And then there's great fear and dread upon the earth and the inhabitants because of they're believing it to be an alien invasion. That was all because of this. All right. Visions that were seen from the prophets and the men of the Lord, from the scriptures, that Esau read eventually, and he saw it like this is what's going to happen. And an extraterrestrial, or what do you call them, an extraterrestrial an occurrence is going to happen on this earth, but it ain't going to be these these 3 bulbous, beaded, fingered, huge-eyed beings, man. It's going to be angels and Yahweh Shai, actual beings coming down from the heavens out of this ship, wreaking havoc and also redeeming the elect as well that are going to come down. And the one that's going to be controlling and having the authority to tell him what to do is the one who turned in his countenance to look. And that one is Yahweh Shai. All the things trembled that were seen under him, because it's going to be fearful, man. With people that don't know the truth, or that people that do end up finding out the truth but have been wicked the whole life, man, they're going to be scared as hell. Because, like I said in, let me go ahead and get it out of my actual physical book. Ezekiel 21 talks about, Ezekiel 21:7 says, "And it shall be when they say unto thee, wherefore sighest thou?" Verse 6 says, "Sigh therefore, thou son of man, with the breaking of thy loins, and with bitterness sigh before their eyes. And it shall be when they say unto thee, wherefore sighest thou? Thou shalt answer, for the tidings, because it cometh. And every heart shall melt, and all hands shall be feeble, and every spirit shall faint, and all knees shall be weak as water. Behold, it cometh, and shall be brought to pass, saith the Lord Yahweh." Because why? Because you're going to fail with your strength, because you're not going to know what to do when you see Yahweh Shai's ship show up. When you see this massive structure appear over the earth, it's gonna be put back. Reality is gonna snap in and be like, damn, I can't even escape this. This thing is too huge. I can't even flee off the earth. I can't go into the earth. This thing can literally smack into the earth and destroy it. There's gonna be a lot of bugged out thoughts, but these are actually gonna be your fears brought upon you because you've lived wickedly your whole life, man. You're gonna actually see the presence of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai show up in his glory. All right. Verse 4 says, "And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth with and fleeth the fire." Because Yahweh Shai is going to be killing people, man. All right. He's going to be ordering these angels to light up this place with lasers. All right. It says, "After this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. Eventually, there's going to come a point in time where the elect are going to be helping, all right, to subdue and to take down the so-called white man, all right, and all the wicked. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain. Again, Ezra, he saw this chariot, man, but he called it a great mountain. It was a mystery, a parable, so that not everybody could get that truth, man. But we know what it is. That great mountain is that chariot, the mothership, spaceship, if you want to call it. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. Ezra could not see from one end of the other of the ship. He couldn't find out where it ended. It was too big. Even the naked eye could not see outside of the actual, what do you call it, like the ozone, because the ship kept on going. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there's fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. There was lasers, and also we know that these missiles are going to burn this place up. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. And when I saw this, I was afraid, because, man, the destruction that's coming from that mothership, coming from Yahweh Shai, coming from the angels, coming from Yahweh, coming from the elect, it's going to be scary. It's going to be beautiful, though, because after that, man, peace will come in. Afterward saw I the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another piece of a multitude. He called the elect. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, and some of them were bound. And others some brought up them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awaked and said, Thou hast shewed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. So there's going to be, but the point was that Yahweh Shai's ship is definitely going to live up to the standards and the description and depiction of what the scripture said and what we said. A massive ship. All right. One that cannot be measured. So get ready for it. That's all I wanted to talk about, man. Like, hey, man, with all the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, there's still, Yahweh Shai still has some glorious ways that he's going to return. One of them on that massive ship. But, just wanted to speak on that, man. A little bit, it's a little edifying. It wasn't really meant to be. It's just to bring out the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. It's pointless to fight against the vehicle of what Yahweh Shai is coming with. But with that, I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, honors, and blessings to the 144,000, the elect. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Brakatham. Kwam Yashala Shalom.